The inaugural Greenville Jazz Fest is this Saturday, and the city is looking for some volunteers still to help. Greenville Jazz Fest takes place from 4 to 10 on Main Street Saturday. The idea here, really a cool event. It features great music and food, and people are inspired to learn and to appreciate jazz. The volunteer positions we're talking about have you in the middle of the fun. You can sign up to work from 3:30 to 6:30 or from 6 o'clock to 9:45. Now, we're told a good wave of volunteers has just signed on to help with serving beer, wine, checking IDs, but they're still looking for volunteers who will work as cashiers. So if you're interested in that, you can help out. We've got a link in the As Seen On section of accesscarolina.com.
And conversations about launching Greenville's Jazz Festival. This started back in 2007, and now the live music event is finally a reality. Fox Carolina is proud to be a partner, and in the first ever Greenville Jazz Fest this Saturday, Access Carolina's Margaret Burnquist stopped by City Hall to find out about the excitement ahead and what this inaugural festival means for the 864.
Yeah, this is sort of our war room per se for the weekend. This is our festival headquarters. So we've got everything you can think of in here, and we've got more to come. So our signage, our radios, our event no parking signs are in here. Our wine delivery came in yesterday. So this is sort of where everything starts this week, and then everything will be pushing out to the street early Saturday morning. I think it's a fit anywhere, and that's what we're so excited about. We definitely did some market research. We sent staff to festivals all across the country to look at different jazz fests, and it's such a hit all across the world, really. Yeah. I think it just connects so many different people in the community. It's not just for one set of people or anything. I think it brings out a diverse group from all of Greenville and from all around the Southeast. We talk about a lot with our staff our why and why we like doing this, and it's providing something to the community. I mean, these festivals, you're basically creating a city within the city, you know, for a weekend, and I think that's something that our staff takes a lot of pride in, and especially with a new event, we're really looking forward to doing that. We have some that have been here for 8 or more years, like myself, and we have some very new staff that are excited to see something new. We've done Fall for Greenville. We've been a part of our 4th of July festival that's been brought back, but we're just really excited to do something new and see where it takes us. We have a lot of community partnerships in this. Our Greenville County Schools has formed an all-county jazz band for this event. We're really excited to see them. And then our headliner, Rebirth Brass Band from New Orleans, they're coming in. We are very excited to have them, and they are as well. I hope when someone experiences Greenville Jazz Fest that they take an appreciation not only for Greenville but for jazz as a whole. We've got a lot of history of jazz and music in our town that is untapped, and that's something we really want to do with this festival. So I hope people will get to see a portion of that and want to come back for 2024 when we expand the festival even more.
Greenville's Jazz Fest will take place from 4 to 10 p.m. on Saturday. The event is along Main Street between Broad and Camperdown. There will be 2 stages, food trucks and beverage vendors. It's all about featuring great music and food and bringing the community together to celebrate and appreciate jazz. Admission is free. Good thing, because I'm taking my mom this weekend. I am so excited. And welcome back to Access Carolina. Much more still to come. But first, Greenville's inaugural celebration of community, culture, and jazz kicks off in T-minus not too long. So, stretching from Main Street to Falls Park Drive, Grammy Award-winning talent will fill the space and the hearts of those attending Greenville's first ever Jazz Fest. And that's all thanks to Josh McGee and his team. So welcome to the studio. This is a huge deal for Greenville.
It is. It is very huge, Ava. Thank you so much for having me here.
No doubt. And this event, I mean, highly anticipated by music lovers of all genres, and it's all starting tomorrow at 4 p.m. What can people expect? It's the talk of the town.
Yeah, it really is. We are so excited. It's here, Greenville Jazz Fest, over 15 years in the making. So the city of Greenville is totally thrilled to host this inaugural jazz festival, music festival celebrating the culture and music of the jazz genre.
Sure.
So the Free Music Festival will feature national, regional, and local acts.
Man.
Including headliners, Rebirth Brass Band, Grammy Award-winning brass band from New Orleans, Jonathan Scales Orchestra from Asheville, North Carolina.
Excellent.
Tons of local talent featuring the critically acclaimed national recording artist Tish Oney and the Jazz Orchestra featuring the Greenville Jazz Collective Big Band.
Oh my gosh.
Special thanks to Greenville Greenville Jazz Collective for helping shape this year's festival.
Yes.
We'll also have Ileana Rose Cuban Jazz Band, the Fine Arts Center Jazz All-Stars, directed under Steve Watson, awesome band.
Wonderful.
The Kevin Corsigan Wheel All-Stars, and then finally the All-County Jazz Ensemble, which you got a little taste of yesterday, I
Definitely,
think.
we did. Yep, on the midday show, that was fantastic.
Yeah.
So much talent, and I mean,
so much.
It's truly a Grammy Award, like you were saying, coming from all over the country.
Yes.
What makes, you know, this festival happening now, 15 years in the making? I mean, was it the kind of the rise in young people liking jazz, or what started it for us?
Yeah, I think it's just been something that's been on the back of our mind for so long, and the city of Greenville has, and the area has a rich history in jazz music.
Sure.
But yes, it definitely helps with having like the Fine Arts Center, the All-County Jazz Ensemble that Greenville County Schools and Fine Arts Center helped put that together. Almost 20 local grade school musicians, and it just has all, you know, all this jazz interest. It's there, but we just got to put it out there so everybody can hear it.
Unbelievable. We are doing it, and the Hep Cats in the community have rallied around this event to really give it, you know, its sea legs. And what else is happening in conjunction with the Jazz Fest? This isn't just happening downtown, it's sort of citywide.
Yes, you're right. One of the main things that we wanted to do at this festival is a little different from some of the other festivals that the city holds, is we wanted to include local venues, and we also want to include local schools. So I mentioned the Greenville, the county ensemble there and Fine Arts Center as well. And then, yeah, it's as the festival continues to grow, we'll just keep growing that community.
Definitely.
Of jazz lovers. So we're excited.
100%. Well,
Yeah.
that is kicking off tomorrow from 4 o'clock to about 10.
Yes, that's right.
Fantastic. And yeah, like we were talking about, community members all over are getting excited for this. And one in particular, I'm going to go behind you here. We've got Gene Berger from Horizon Records. This is a huge deal that you're partnering. So what is your participation with the Jazz Fest?
Well, besides being a lifelong jazz follower and collector and running a record store that has featured a lot of jazz, both live as well as a big jazz collection in CDs and LPs, we are pleased and proud that Josh pulled us in and talked to us about this, and we're putting on a couple of concerts, sort of the kickoff to the kickoff, tomorrow afternoon starting at 2, and then another set at 3. At Horizon Records and in the Bohemian Cafe, our partner in our building at the corner of Stone and Main.
Very, very exciting. And you bring, I mean, 30 plus years of jazz knowledge, experience. And what is that going to do for somebody who maybe has never really thought about listening to jazz? What are those kind of first conversations you like to have with people?
Well, you compliment me with the years. It's actually close to 50 years.
Nice.
From my high school era through the Horizon Records has been in for 48 years open. And I just think it's a good way to experience music is to collect it and listen to it live.
Yeah.
I mean, to just really jump in. And I think jazz is one of America's greatest art forms, you know, and it's so much fun. There's so many different flavors. That's the beauty of it. There's traditional, there's bebop, there's sort of the classic jazz thing, there's songs, you know, there's the funk and R&B induced, there's the experimental stuff, the avant-garde, there's hip-hop injected jazz out there all over the place, and we believe in all those genres and think there's something for everybody in that mix of things, both to collect and listen and learn about, as well as to take in live music from the festival down on Main Street and from the couple of sets that we're putting out there. They're free shows also.
Well, I really love that. Jazz really does open your mind to a whole new kind of way of thinking, just with the different kinds. It's funky, it's slow, it's obviously building on itself as it's going, which I love that element. And talk about collecting. You're going to have a vinyl record shop kind of pop-up sale. Talk to me about that.
Well, we decided since we're going to have all the jazz aficionados and jazz want to learn abouts in the store tomorrow, why not run a sale? We have got significant archives and collections and available, you know, recordings for sale, and we thought, let's bring some stuff out of what we call our vinyl vault. And we're marking down everything that's jazz, even remotely jazz, will have a discount and be available in a one-day only sale. And
all right.
We're kind of having fun. You know, if you come up to the counter and say, well, Nat Cole's kind of jazz. It's not in the jazz section. Like, okay,
Right. It rhymes
take the deal.
with jazz.
There you go.
Well,
there you
speaking
go.
of, yeah, what are some of these picks that people can get excited to see?
Oh, there's just some samples, all different, just randomly. I grabbed them out of the vault. They're not out in stock yet. They're just some of the things that are being pushed out from the back vault. Ron Carter, legendary bass player. And I should mention also who we have playing there. We have Shannon Hoover Trio, which is Justin Watt on drums and Peter Demery, blazing tenor player.
Nice.
And we have Tyler Ramsey and two of his cohorts from Asheville coming down, Jake Wolf and Jay Hoots, and they'll do the more, I would say, experimental, postmodern end of things.
Edgy.
Yeah. So we feel like we got, you know, both ends of the spectrum covered. The classic jazz that Shannon always brings with his crew. And then Tyler is an old friend and a brilliant musician. But
wonderful.
These here, all different things. Oscar Peterson. In fact, it's with respect to Nat
There
King
you
Cole.
go.
There you
I
go.
love it. Well, I love that you guys are providing kind of the pre-party to the party with some vinyls. I mean, you can walk downtown with the vinyl in hand. You can look like a real pro.
That's right.
Fantastic, Gene. Well, thank you so much. We look forward to all the different ways we can celebrate the art of jazz with Horizon Records. And for a full list of dates, times, performer appearances, check out Access Carolina calendar for a full list of this weekend's fun.
The first ever Greenville Jazz Fest is now behind us. Organizers say they were really blown away by the turnout at Saturday's event, and people who came out really seem to be enjoying themselves.
I think it's fantastic. Beautiful lineup, the nicest people you'll ever meet.
Jazz, Greenville Jazz.
Without further ado, I want to introduce you to the band from New Orleans.
The Jazz Festival featured 8 different acts on 2 stages. Plans are now underway for next year's to be even bigger. The city announcing the 2nd annual Greenville Jazz Festival will be a 2-day event. Mark your calendars for June 7th and 8th in 2024.